Welcome everyone, my name is Kylo. Today's Inscryption Kaycee's mod, we had a suggestion to do a bone-centric theme deck, and with some suggested challenges of no hook, all totems, tip scales, and difficulty +1. Alright, so we started with the bone deck, and we had the possum for a failed run bonus, so it just starts off with an extra bone card, and then we picked up a bat and the trader. So we got some bone cards. We want to try and focus on bone cards, but obviously we need to be able to play some blood cards to get bones. So we're going to try and minimize our blood cards and maximize our bone cards as much as we can, play-wise. So power. You know what? I think bat's going to be quite useful for that. One thing we need to do is we need to get Direwolf Pup onto Raccoon so we can generate bones. Especially early on when we are not going to have bones at the ready. Yeah, if we get a black goat and a greater boon, that would be helpful. Definitely. But in the meantime, I think Raccoon will be fine here. Alright. Put Direwolf Pup here. Bat there. Alright, that gives us a nice, healthy, health point to be at. Ooh, another raccoon. Yes, actually, that could be helpful. Speaking of, we do need to have Raccoon survive the field. Alright, more toss bees. I like that. We can handle that. So just do the same setup we did last time. Raccoon gets a few bones collected for us. Then we play our Direwolf Pup. And then Bat comes in to deal most of the damage. We need possum, but that's okay. Well, we'll just take out the bee. Wouldn't be able to deal damage anyway. Something helpful. Gold pelt may be helpful. Alright, now we got our bone farm ready to start. Question will be is, can we survive long enough to generate the bones we need? The answer will be no, but we can try. Now he's making it a little less fun with all these non-fun cards. Oh, let's see. We have 2 candles though, so might be worth holding on to the items then. Trying to think, what are our options here? Not very good options, that's to be sure. We have a transfer coming up, so we need good sigils. That's awkward. Here, you know what? Tadpole. And we'll put Tadpole onto Possum. Power to the Possum. Raccoon, you sit there, nice and safe. Get us some bones. While we place our pelt here. Let's see. Coyote's not great. Bat would actually be the best. I suppose in the meantime, we will put our other raccoon down just so we don't lose. This is a boss fight with the hook mechanics. We really can't We can't sit still for too terribly long. That's 3. Here. Pop a tooth. Go to phase 2. That'll leave us 2 empty lanes for which to drop Coyote and Bat. Or not. Possum and Bat. Alright, we made it through map 1. Ooh, amoeba. Bones? Maybe we get something good. We need something with Unkillable and Bone King. Unkillable Bone King. No. Ringworm. Wild Bull's pretty good, but we'll go Ringworm. Bones. Ooh, and Wise Clock. Alright. So what we need to do, we need to drop a Ringworm for another Ringworm. So we can play Amoeba. No, because I need to block here, because that Elk Fawn can take out our Coyote, and that's not cool. But now we can pop Bones, play Coyote. Still work on getting that Pronghorn down. There's our Raccoon. Alright, now we play our Raccoon so we can start bone generation. There we go. Should something happen to our cards, we have backups. Long Elk or Pack Rat? I want to say Long Elk, so we will. Ah yes, where's that black goat? Oh right, we don't have one. Alright, Ringworm. Huh. Okay. At least we start with a bone. That helps. So what we can do, drop Raccoon. At least we can block with our squirrels. That's the helpful part. I think. I don't know. I think we're still dead. I want to keep Wise Clock for the boss, though. Let's see. Put you here. Squirrel. Squirrel. Do we have enough health to survive? No. What do we have? We got 5. Wolf Pelt. Wise Clock. Bones. Stinky Coyote. That's unfortunate. Oh, we can play Possum first turn. That's gonna help us. You know, here. Pop the Bones, play the Bat, fly and win. I really... well, what do we need? We either need an Unkillable Raccoon, maybe, or a Rat King. Alpha. I just don't want this to turn into purely the Raccoon show, but I have a feeling that's where it's heading. Well, Raccoon can't carry the whole show, though. It's gonna be Raccoon and Friends. Yeah, that's how. You know, after all this time, I still get the Prospector and the Trader's maps confused. So I was really thinking this was going to be the Trapper, which is why I wanted the Wiseclocks, but what we can do in the meantime is harvest bones. This will be just fine. Let's see here. We need to do 4 points of damage. There. We'll do 5. Go to phase 2. Drop the bat in front of the pack mule. And then laugh our way to the bank. Because we do not care about stinky canines. See, look, Possum kind of cares, but not enough. Ooh, Ijarek actually works because she costs nothing, so I don't think you actually, if I remember correctly, you don't expend the bones. Cockroach. Bat. I wanted the transfer so we can get an unkillable infinite item bat. That'd be cool. Alright, how about a totem? What do we have for options? We have 2 canine and a hooved. So canine totem would make most sense. Ooh, a death touch raccoon. Ah, loose tail. Alright, this is gonna be a tough fight. Well, we get rid of Mole Man. Extra bones. I'm okay with bones. Eight. Alright. So. All the raccoons are going to take care of them. Oh, there's Ijarek. Sweet. Well, that worked out even better. Oh wait, I didn't even double check to see if I kept the bones or not. You did. So I could have played Bat last turn, blocked that hit, but we'll make it. And actually we're going to get some teeth out of the deal, so that is okay. Wolverine, we got a lot of bone cards, but you know what though? Between Raccoon and Ijarek, I feel safer about going for bones. There we go. 5-2 bat. That will help a lot. An unkillable Raccoon. Nice. But let's see, we're gonna do Raccoon here. Kinda wish it was Spike though for Elk Fawns, but we'll survive. Do we have any? We have Possum. Possum? Nice. Now, can we get a black goat and another boon? Radler. Or Wolverine. Ooh, okay, hold on. Do we want Loose Tail or Burrower? If we have Burrower, that means Ijarek is always going to block. Could throw her into the path of someone with but that could be worth it in the long run. They have double strike, but death touch. So, Raccoon there can at least survive. Barely. Oh yeah, Raccoon's gonna have overflow death touch. Nice. Plenty of bones to work with. I appreciate that. What would even be useful? I guess double strike. Maybe. Wolf? Okay. What are our options? Huh. Nothing great. Do I want an unkillable long elk? Might not be the worst thing in the world. And we'll throw Bloodlust onto Coyote. Stinky frogs. Boo. This is why we save Wiseclock. Wiseclock is fantastic for this fight. Cannot recommend more. Oh, they're stinky, so long elk can't take them out. Could block. And then finally take out the leaping trap. Does it do 3, 1? Yeah, we'll do that. Excellent. Alright. We got the cards we need and the pelts we need, so I think we're gonna be okay. Well, unless she decides to throw a bunch of Molemen down, but I don't think he will. Yeah. Get rid of you. You have burrowing. And you. Where's our bat? Our bat. Hourglass, nice. Okay. Ooh, a Malcolm. Let's see. Or Mantis God. We do Mantis God. Alright. Bifurcated on our Wolverine. And here we are. Here's our final deck. We actually made it really far with a bone-centric deck. Bone-centric decks are typically higher difficulty just because of the cost. But having a strong Raccoon certainly helps. And having some cards that can really do some damage when they hit the board. Alright, how about Raccoon here? We're gonna pause. That's 5. Coyote. And now our possum. And we're gonna lose everyone here. Ah, we got bat though. That will be fine. That actually works out great. Oh, our Elder Raccoon can fly too. That's also great. We have 2 alphas. That means you're Ijarak, which means I don't have enough bones. That's unfortunate. I need a hammer. That's alright. We just need to wait one more turn. Or more. Well, we're not going to take damage, and they're going to clear out a couple rows here. Okay, that works. In a weird, weird way. That worked out really well for us. So, I need Ejrek here. Bat there. No bleach. Alpha here. And unless she pulls out the moon. But we have Ejrak, who cannot be stopped, so nothing Leshy can do. The only thing would be is if the moon suddenly took flight, which I don't think it will. There, how about Wolverine? Don't need the squirrels. Ooh, we actually get to keep everyone alive. Even the squirrel. Okay, and we made it. Yeah, I think the difficulty settings for that was just right. So we got, you know, it wasn't a cakewalk, but we weren't fighting, you know, tooth and nail the entire way. We just got through it just right. So again, this is just a run from Big Salmon, so thank you for the suggestion. If any of you have ideas for runs you'd like to see or want to let me know what types of runs you want to see more of, feel free to leave a comment down below. Like and subscribe to keep supporting the channel, and I'll catch you later in the next episode.